Chris?
I'm Archie.
What have we got?
Network Rail very kindly sent us a letter.
They did. It's amazing with the logo on. What they're doing is we live right next to the Greenford Branchline. That's the Greenford Branchline right out of our window there. We can do train spotting from the window. And Network Rail have kindly written us this lovely letter telling us that they're going to be replacing the track on the Greenford Branchline. But more particularly, they've sent us a schedule of exactly when they're going to be working on it, which of course for us as train spotters is brilliant. And look at that, we'll be moving equipment and materials to site by rail where possible, so there could be some cool trains coming up on the Greenford Branchline.
Yeah.
We're going to have to keep an eye out for this, aren't we?
Yeah. We're going to be going to Castle Bar Park a lot as well to get good shots of stuff.
I think we are, yeah, check up and down the track. So this might be a little, maybe a several part video, because their works are going to take almost a year, according to their schedule. So there's just going to be a few updates. First thing I think we should do is go and examine the track and have a look at the state it's in now, because I thought it was pretty new.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and have a look. Okay, so there's West Ealing Station, and this here is the Greenford Branchline.
Yeah.
And then behind us we've got this Plaza Centre here.
Yeah.
Which is Network Rail. I'm assuming a lot of the works vehicles are going to come from there for the track replacement game.
Yeah. Especially as Plaza Tampers are predominantly built to sort ballast out in the tracks. So if they're replacing the tracks, they're going to be using those Plaza Tampers.
I guess so, yeah. And that there, as we pointed out before, that's the Greenford Branchline going up to Drayton.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here we are at West Ealing. That's a nice buffer.
Yeah.
And here's 165 coming in, is it?
Yeah, 165.
We can see the track here. I mean, this is pretty new because this little platform extension was only just finished
Yeah.
a couple of months ago. And I think you can see there, old platform, former. How the station used to look in former times.
Yeah.
Here's the Great Western Main Line, coming from Ealing Broadway and Paddington in that direction.
Yeah.
Going out to Reading, Bristol, Wales in that direction. So what used to happen here, we filmed a video a while ago, don't know how many of you have seen it, it was quite a while ago, about the Greenford Branchline. That was when it was running in blue, and it was first Great Western.
Yeah.
And now it's Great Western Railway all in green. Let's have a look. Basically the same carriages, I think, but they've refurbed it totally, haven't they?
Yeah.
Nice posh toilets in there, charging points. Oh, I didn't used to have this kind of thing, and nice green seating. To a funny one though, and my problem with the Greenford Branchline, it is our local branch line, and it used to run from Greenford to Paddington, didn't it? Which was really handy for us because we could get into central London in like 20 minutes. Then because of the Elizabeth line being created along here, they've decided this Greenford Branchline only goes to West Ealing now, so we've very rarely been on it because it's just walking distance. It's a very short branch line now. It doesn't really have much purpose. And it means that our journey to central London has been extended by 20 or 30 minutes, which means actually it's quicker to get central line these days.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame, it's a nice little route.
Yeah.
But we're still going to have a little trip along it, just to show you a bit of an update. And these carriages are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's an Elizabeth line now. But we're on the move from West Ealing to Drayton Green.
Yeah. Actually, something funny about the class 165 that we're currently on.
Yeah.
is that it's one serial number off of the one that crashed at Paddington.
I did think so. This is 125, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was 124 that crashed.
Oh. We'll have to do a video about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that one actually got a slightly special livery after it was repaired.
Oh, did it? We will do another video about that. So I just want to actually film as we go along the whole route. This is the Plaza Centre, just so you can see like really how short this route is. That's us turned off the main line onto the Greenford Branchline itself.
Yeah.
And here we are into our first station. The famous short platforms of Drayton Green.
Yeah.
This is Drayton Green, which is the second station we come to after West Ealing.
Yeah.
West Ealing's down there. See that points? That's taking you towards London that way and out to Reading and the Western Main Line that way.
Yeah. So freight trains will generally come across those overgrown lines and then go along this.
That's true, yeah, when they're coming from the west, yeah. Tracks. I guess they can replace them if they want. They look okay to me. I know nothing about quality of tracks. So one interesting thing about this station you'll notice is that is a very short platform and cannot be extended because of the junction points over there.
No.
Which is why we can only have 2 carriage trains on the Greenford Branchline, isn't it?
Yeah, which is why this branch line is the only London GWR section of the main line that still uses diesel engines, because they're trying to electrify all trains out of London.
Oh.
But obviously they can't, because there's no 2-car EMUs that would be able to travel along here, and they couldn't get a 387 along here. Or
all because of these short platforms?
Yeah.
That's funny. And that tunnel there leads us off to the next station, which is Castlebar Park. We'll go and look at. But first, I actually noticed a couple of things about the signposts here. I mean, that does say First Great Western, and it's no longer First Great Western, is it?
No, it's GWR.
GWR now.
But...
And it's got GWR signs here about keeping a distance and stuff. And what have you noticed?
This little green stripe here.
Yeah.
What's special about that is that before there was First Great Western, there was First Link in the 90s and early 2000s.
And that bit of green?
And it was blue and green.
Ah.
And actually, our Batman Class 166 is in that livery.
Oh, it is, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's carry on our little journey of exploration. And off we go from Drayton Green. You see, look, we'd barely gone a couple of yards before they announced we're approaching the next station. A little bit of a tunnel. And here we are. Come on. Castlebar Park.
Our next stop.
So here we are, Castlebar Park, one of our local stations. And here's the track. What do you think? I mean, looks okay to me.
Yeah.
It's reasonably recent.
But you never know, there may be some major flaw with it that we don't notice.
It could be, yeah, absolutely. Something slightly odd that Archie's noticed at Castlebar is this signpost which has slid down the post, but also it's just in the middle of hedges and stuff, and it's an old outdated one, isn't it?
Yeah. Nowadays it should be in the green and silver.
Yeah. There it is.
But then, to be fair, all of the signs are still in First Great Western, and they even say First Great Western on them.
The next station is South Greenford.
Here we are leaving Castlebar Park.
This is a Great Western Railway service to Greenford.
And that's where we live, just through the bushes there.
Yeah. Like Chris and Archie.
We are now approaching South Greenford. Please mind the step down. Train to the platform.
Here we are approaching South Greenford. As you probably saw, there's not a lot of facilities at these stations, but this one really is like a halt, isn't it? There's there's not even a ticket office, I don't think.
No. It's literally just a couple of platforms roughly put together.
There we go, South Greenford. So this is South Greenford.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, there really is nothing here. It's two platforms, that's it. One shelter. Oh, two shelters actually. Yay!
It's funny that this platform's even made out of wood.
Well, this one that we're on is concrete, but yeah, the one over there is just a wooden. We're now leaving South Greenford.
The next station is Greenford. This is a Great Western Railway service to Greenford.
This is the A40 here, A40 M40 motorway out to Oxford that we're just crossing here. Very nice. But more excitingly, there's a railway junction here, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's going quite slowly. They often go quite slowly coming up to this junction.
Yeah. Because what's special about the curve we're about to see is that it goes to the right, whereas normally trains go to the left on the GWR main line, meaning that it can equal out train's wheels. So we used to see HSTs coming down here to balance their wheels out.
Right, there's the points going across. I think we can debate that one, Arch. So that's going to join the
Chiltern main
line, right? Yeah. Which is what the Greenford Branchline joins up with, isn't it? It joins the Great Western to the Chiltern line.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I quite often am, but I thought when the HSTs were coming up to even out their wheels, they were turning round up here.
No.
No? Okay.
We are now approaching Greenford. where this train terminates. On behalf
So,
of the
as you saw, that
crew,
was literally, we've done the whole of the Greenford Branchline now, from West Ealing to Greenford itself, and we stopped at the stops. It's not a very long line, is it? We have filmed every inch of it. We did film an episode about Greenford Station once before, which you might want to look at. We'll go into a little bit more detail about some of the curiosities of Greenford Station, but we'll see a couple of cool things right now coming up.
Yeah.
So that up there is the Central Line,
Yeah.
and it's running parallel at this point to the Chiltern Line, is that right?
Yeah, it is.
And so that's up there.
And you'll be able to see that the track's splitting to go to an essentially disused track on the other side of the
That's
Central
true
Line,
also, yeah.
in which you can see an old signal for it
Yeah.
from the steam hill.
So here we are, joining up with that's the Underground's Central Line.
Yeah.
Oh, and just to illustrate the point perfectly, here is the Central Line train,
Indeed.
just as we come onto the platform now.
Yeah. And one of the cool things is that we come up in the middle, so we see Central Line trains going towards London on this track here.
Yeah.
While on the other side of us is Central Line trains going towards the suburbs of London.
True, yeah. My question then would be, when the Greenford Branchline was steam,
Yeah.
did they just reverse tank engines down the...
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
I think they must have done, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing, nowhere to turn around.
Yeah, because they had auto coaches,
Oh, right.
so the driver could control the steam engine there.
From that end, I get it.
where this train terminates.
Oh, here we are. That was the Greenford Branchline. Nice little introduction for you. And that's the Central Line, the third rail, isn't it?
Yeah. And there's an old signal.
Oh, and there's the old signal that Archie was talking about.
That is cute.
Okay, so that's our brief introduction to the Greenford Branchline and update on it. Now it's slightly shorter than it used to be. And they're going to do some works on it, so we're going to be following the works in the next few months. They replace rails. Bye now. Bye.